Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
To the 22-yard line. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
They go play action with Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage?
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Kamara up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
They run. It's Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Burrow from his own end zone. Boyd's the target, and he hands it over the middle. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Gun.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Here's Kevin Huber now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. We're scoreless after 1.
Second down and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Brings up third down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
61, back, right. Bravo.
Here's Lawrence. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Once again, they run with Mixon.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
On one, ready?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
And a Bengal first down.
Mixing up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 36, Burrow. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. And that will be incomplete as well.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run it again with Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Come on, set.
Here we go with Kamara. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
On play action, Lawrence rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Hey, hold it. Hey, drop it.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. He'll let it fly for Austin.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the...
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Burrow on play action. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On third down, Mixon. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try and run with Mixon. But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. the gun. It's Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go, here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
You get bombers. Hey, take it.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, you!
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Thomas has got it. Complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now it's Mixon running right. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
Bengals 10, Saints nothing. Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, 5 seconds. Bravo.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Lawrence. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Hey, orbit. Rock it.
Lawrence will throw.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Skelton. Hey, Charlie.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards to pick up there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
He finds Austin complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Lawrence. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Coming left is Kamara. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game goes on.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, the guy just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Good catch. Made on the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Saints.
Now Lawrence. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at their 49-yard line.
On 2nd and inches, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, Mike 7. Bravo.
Here's Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals' 36-yard line.
going again on second down.
Lawrence.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Complete to Alvin Kamara.
Hey, echo.
Gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Hey, Orbit. Hey, Delta.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Good for the Saints.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Hey, you.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline, you know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
Hey, box truck. Hey, Haywood.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Hey, exit.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here we go. 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Lawrence to throw. And now here is another interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Burrow. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Saints 3. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 21-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, that uses most